Tony, an eagerly anticipated board meeting and one attended by 12 teams. You've welcomed the two new clubs to the Elite League today.
That's right, yes. We've welcomed Guildford and Milton Keynes today to officially take the place at the Elite League boardroom table. 12 teams started the day, and I'm very pleased to say, contrary to any rumours, 12 teams actually finished the day with the Elite League, and we go forward now with a new structure.
I was going to say, the two new teams coming in, did it create some headaches formulating a structure? Because I know a lot's been talked about. Neil Black talked about 2 groups of 6 at the playoff forum, and there's been talk about different types of conferencing. Has it been hard to agree something that all 12 clubs are happy with?
So what you have to remember about the Elite League is we need to be strong. 10 teams was a very good number. 12, in my opinion, is a stronger number going forward. Yes, the structure took some getting through today. We looked at 2 options. We looked at the 2 conferences of 6, and we also looked at 3 conferences of 4. The final format agreed was the actually 3 conferences of 4. Okay,
would you like to talk us through them and what the fans can anticipate next season?
Yeah, so what you've got 3 conferences. You've got one conference with Bray, Head, Fife, Dundee and Edinburgh. So that sits in what I guess we'd call for now a Northern Conference. Then you've got a second conference, which is Manchester, Coventry, Milton Keynes and Guildford, which is more a Southern Conference. And then you've got what we could class as the Arena Conference, which is the Sheffield, Nottingham, Cardiff and Belfast group.
Do I assume it's the same format as last year? 4 home, 4 away in conference, 2 home, 2 away out of conference?
Yes, that's right. What you have to remember about the Elite League is I hear all sorts of stories how it's so simple to rectify this issue. The challenge is how we get the games in and who plays who. It's easy to go with one league, so we get a pure league, so all the hockey purists in this country are happy. But we have to remember that when we do that, we play 33 home and 33 away games, so 66 game season. That's pretty impossible for most clubs to do. So we look at the option then of 2 conferences of 6. We looked at that, but it was very difficult to get agreement around the table today. So we finalised from a commercial point of view, as well as everything else we have to consider, the 3 conferences seems to work the best.
And that means more local derbies, especially up in Scotland.
That's right. You know, the Scottish and everybody benefits from local derbies, whether it's Belfast, whether it's Sheffield, whether it's Nottingham, Cardiff, Braehead. It doesn't really matter. 4 and 2 means that you're going to play 4 games in your own conference, and you're going to play 2 games out of conference. What that does do is it gives us less travelling around the country, which again is a factor that we have to consider.
Talk to me about then the playoffs. Is it again the same top 8 that make the playoffs?
Yes, but what we'll do this year is where we had in the past the winner of the second conference, which has been Braehead for the last few years, going in as number 2. What we'll do this year is we will take the winners of the other 2 conferences, assuming the league winners win their conference. If they don't, then there will be 3 conference winners go through, and it will automatically put them into the playoffs, but not necessarily in places 2 and 3. We've decided this year that although they will get in the playoff structure, they will go in as 7 or 8 or in their existing positions.
And what then about the Challenge Cup? Because there's always room for the Cup, and a different format for that?
Yeah, again, we've gone away from the traditional 2 conferences. This year we've gone with 3 conferences again, slightly different playing format again to mix it up. So Challenge Cup this year, Sheffield, Nottingham, Manchester and Coventry will play in one of the Challenge Cup groups. We'll then have a second Challenge Cup of Dundee, Edinburgh, Fife and Belfast. And the final Challenge Cup group will be Cardiff, Coventry, Milton Keynes and Guildford.
And that would be 1 home, 1 away again?
1 home, 1 away, with the top 2 going through, and then the best of the next 2 teams taking the final 2 playoff spots.
A hectic day. Did everybody leave reasonably happy and comfortable with that? A frazzled meeting, I guess.
8.5 hours we've sat in this room today. It's quieting down now, it's nice and peaceful, but I can tell you that plenty of people voiced their opinions today. There was lots of disagreements and discussions, but what we've done in the Elite League today, we've taken a massive step forward. We've come together as 12 clubs, we've looked at people's needs and desires, and we've done what we think is best for ice hockey in this country.
Okay, so to confirm the conference system, we're 3 conferences. Conference 1 is the Braehead Clan, the Dundee Stars, the Edinburgh Capitals, and the Fife Flyers. Conference 2 is the Coventry Blaze, the Guildford Flames, the Manchester Storm, and the Milton Keynes Lightning. And Conference 3 essentially is the arena teams. So the Belfast Giants, the Cardiff Devils, Nottingham Panthers, and Sheffield Steelers. Moving on to the league format, you play your own conference 4 home games and 4 away games. That's a total of 24 games. You play the other 2 conferences, 2 home and 2 away each. That's a total of 32 games, for a league total of 56 games for the league champion. So moving on to the 3 Challenge Cup groups. Challenge Cup Group A is Braehead Clan, Manchester Storm, Nottingham Panthers, and the Sheffield Steelers. Group B is the Belfast Giants, Dundee Stars, Edinburgh Capitals, and the Fife Flyers. And finally, Challenge Cup Group C is the Cardiff Devils, Coventry Blaze, Guildford Flames, and Milton Keynes Lightning. Basically, the Challenge Cup groups are done more geographically or with teams that aren't in their own conference for the league play, so you get more of the rivalries that we're missing out on the league play. In the qualifying round is 1 home and 1 away game against the other 3 teams in your own group. Moving on from the qualifying round to the quarterfinals, the top 2 teams from each group plus 2 wildcards overall advance to the quarterfinals.